I'm going to show you how to score a performance-based assessment. So there's a couple ways. You can open up the assessment within the assessments. I'll show that to you really quick. If I scroll down now, make sure I'm in the right spot. If I scroll down now and find the assessment I want to check, it has to be published. If it's not published, it's not going to show up. And then I could go over here and click on the A+ scoring. There's a shorter way to do it though. If you're on the Launchpad, if you're on the Launchpad, click on Score. And then you see there's the option for the performance-based. Once you click on it, if you've been working on one recently, that one will pop up. If not, you can click on More and navigate to any of the assessments you want. This is the one I want, so I'm gonna select it. Now, you notice that it's not tied to any classes yet. And so I need to choose the class that I want to put the test in for. So I'm gonna choose my school and refresh. And now it's gonna pull up the students that are in that school, that teacher, and I could navigate by the period if I chose to. Now I set up here, well, I've got the student's last name, I've got their first name, and then I've got the option to put in any score that I wish. Now this is worth 50 points. So let's say that kid gets 50, and this kid gets 12, and this kid gets 30. And then I make a mistake and I give this kid 75. Oh, it's not going to take it, so I've got to change it. To navigate between these different spots, it's really simple. You can just use the arrow keys. If you prefer, you can also use, you can use Enter and it drops you down to the next line. Now I made rubrics for each of these, so if I want to see the rubric, I just click on Teacher Rubric. I can drag it around, I can resize it, I could put it wherever it's convenient for me while I go through. Personally, I like this feature because this means that I can get rid of it. I tend to know what my rubric is pretty well. A little reminder's nice. Now remember, on the other page I could set up the rubrics however I wanted. It was a simple text box. I could pull in pictures if I chose to. You see that I've done 3 different options here. One, I just typed what I thought. One, I made a fancier than some of the others. And you could go through, you can make it look however you want it to look. What you do is you go through and you select, I don't remember how many points this was worth. Okay, so 10. You go through and you could select whatever you wish. You could just type it straight in, and that makes it really convenient if you are, say, oh, that's going to be wrong. That makes it really convenient if you're grading an entire class on simple things. Once you're done, go through and hit Save, and it will keep that data in. Now, since these are tied to different standards, it will keep my data so that I know that I have each one of the standards represented, and I don't have to sit and think about where it belongs for my reports. So when I go back and get ready for my PLCs, it's already organized. And so there's another way you could put in the assessments.